Hello there, Jerry. Thanks so
Hi,
much for
Michelle.
taking time out to do the Art of Fearlessly Doing Business interview. Tell everybody who you are and what your business is.
I'm Jerry Levinson from Carpets of Arizona. We are a small family-owned business, no one over 5'6".
I love your door, by the way.
Everybody has to, everybody likes doing business with small companies. So we are the smallest company in the industry.
That's awesome. So why did you start your business? Why carpets?
It's funny, I sold a business that was window coverings, Blind Devotion, and I wanted to get into business consulting and coaching because I know a lot about marketing, about business operations. Well, it's much harder to get clients for coaching than it is to attract clients from a retail perspective and use those marketing and business skills. So there was a gentleman that was selling his, or actually he was retiring, so I went ahead and found the opportunity to start the flooring business. Really with the skills that I've developed over the years, and again, coaching, mastermind groups, things like that, feel comfortable going into any industry and using those skills. So the opportunity with flooring came up, and that always fascinated me as well. So I dove right in, basically, with no experience in the flooring industry, and we were just killing it.
You and I have that in common. We met about a year ago, and I noticed in our conversation that our businesses have kind of been different. I've had 5 businesses that are about as different as 5 businesses can be from each other. But business is business, and you can apply the business principles to carpet or haircuts or financial services or coaching or whatever it is that you're promoting, right?
Yeah. It's really important to understand what your strengths are and to go to those skills and utilize that, because not only will you be successful, you'll be happier.
Well, yeah, happy's good, and you're a happy guy. You like to use humor in everything
much,
you
yeah.
do.
No, I was saying the reason I got into the business anyhow is because I'm a smart ass, and it gives me an opportunity in advertising to express that being a smart aleck. I'm always worried about stand-up comedy. I wouldn't remember what I wanted to say next, so didn't want to do that.
Oh, I think humor is an awesome way to market.
Yeah.
So let me think. What's the next question? The next question is, what's the biggest fear that you had to overcome to start this particular business?
Oh, it's an ongoing fear, really. It's funny that this is fearless. The interview is,
Yeah.
because I don't feel fearless. There's a constant struggle with money and cash flow.
Yeah.
And trying to overcome knowing your numbers, understanding them, and even knowing your numbers, understanding them, setting goals and all that doesn't mean customers are coming in the door.
Right.
So there's still a lot to manage between marketing, suppliers, employees, insurances, and all the other stuff that's unexpected that comes down from the government, the overregulation and things that have nothing to do with running a business.
Exactly.
Or being successful or taking care of customers, but you just have to comply with certain regulations that some legislature invented.
I just interviewed John Mead, he's a new owner of As Kicker Customs, and he literally just bought the business a month ago. And that was the biggest shocker for him, was how many just completely unexpected
It's amazing.
things that you have to do that don't earn you any money whatsoever.
They treat you like you're crooked,
Just
for
trying to
wanting
operate.
to be in a business.
Right.
Being in business is somehow unethical to our legislatures and our governments, because we're only doing this to make money. Well,
Right.
yeah.
We need to feed our families, yes.
We have a motto here. I developed it for our employees. I want really happy employees and really happy customers. Our motto is make money, have fun, take care of the customer.
End of story.
Simple as that.
And you'd already, knew how hard it was to be in business because you've been in business. So to start another business was like, oh, I'm going to have to learn a whole new learning curve of things that I don't know. So of course you would be fearful of that starting out.
Yeah, but wasn't learning. No, that's not necessarily true. That fear wasn't there.
Okay.
It was more of an excitement as far as starting the business, because the opportunities were endless, and having an understanding that the industry is wrong in so many cases. For instance, the industry is obsessed with cleaning of carpets.
Right.
They want the best, most stain-resistant carpet out there, and there's stuff out there That is amazing. We got a carpet up there that we had an event for Back the Blue Barbecue, and we had kids put ketchup and mustard and soda on it, and got it. It was disgusting. And it's white carpet.
Right.
And we had our guy do a hot water extraction cleaning and cleaned half of it. That is good eye candy for marketing.
Right.
But the truth is, customers don't come in looking for carpet that cleans up really well. If they want that, they're looking for hard surface flooring.
Right.
So they want tile or luxury vinyl or wood or something like that. They're not going to buy carpet if they're obsessed with cleaning. But yet the industry doesn't listen to their customers. They don't, they want to ascribe what they believe is important to customers. And that's one of the great advantages that you have about being new in an industry, is that you listen to customers. And I'm not one of the main salespeople, but I listen to my customers talk to the salespeople. So it helps you from a perspective of marketing, and it helps you from a perspective of selling, to know how to talk to customers. And the industry will come in and do PK sessions, product knowledge sessions, and they want to teach you about the science, about how carpet is made and why it cleans up so well. And I tell my salespeople, if you regurgitate anything that they said, you're fired. Because customers
People
don't care.
Yeah, they want it to match their sofa, be a certain texture.
Yeah, they want it to be pretty and feel soft, and they want a good buying experience. And I study companies like Disney and Chick-fil-A and Southwest Airlines. These are three of the top dogs. Discount Tire. These are companies that do a great job taking care of customers. And they also have very happy employees. So the focus is on the customer experience. What can we do to create a great customer experience? And I don't know if I should admit this on camera, but not only do I not have any flooring experience, but I hired an operations manager who has no flooring experience whatsoever. And his job is to go out to the customer, make sure things are going well, and if there's something wrong, he takes care of it. How does he do it without flooring knowledge? You don't need flooring knowledge to care and take good care of a customer.
Right.
And every one of our reviews talks about Adam, and they're blown away that he came out there and took care of it, or came in the middle of the process to make sure everything was going all okay, and to talk to the customer. We have more reviews than any of our competition that has been in business for years, and that's without the experience in the industry. That's just from caring about the customer, the experience, and
So
mainly having fun.
Applying regular business, common knowledge and common courtesy, I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
So what was the first big bump in the road once you got open? What was the first thing that was like, oh, geez.
Definitely money. Trying to manage the money and the finances and the terms. Well, again, opening up, the biggest challenge was opening accounts with some of the suppliers and being taken seriously.
Right.
My goal, we're going to have a $5 million business. I'll get there in about 5 years is my goal. By August 2020, I want to have a $5 million a year business. And but to get anybody to take you seriously.
Right.
And the industry is not only obsessed with cleaning, they're obsessed with price. So the suppliers are used to retailers beating them up for price. Give me a better price on this product. Give me a better price so I can give my customer a better price. Price. Customers aren't that way. There is so much labor and there's so many things involved in the process of getting flooring that customers aren't near as obsessed with price as the retailers are. And people talk about, well, I don't want to rip off a customer. Well, there's only one way to rip off a customer. By not giving them the product and service you promised to give them for the price you agreed to give it to them for. You can't overcharge someone because it's their decision if they want to pay for it or not.
Right.
The only way you can rip them off is by not doing what you promised to do.
So what's the thing that concerns you the most now? Is it still the cash flow piece of it? Is the cash flow the
that's
biggest
still
concern
been
throughout
the
the thing?
toughest, and that is what keeps me up at night. Is the other thing that's been really tough is the lending. So borrowing. I expect to take some debt on, trying to get to $5 million. And we've gone and looked at some other companies in the context of the marketing group, Arizona
Right.
Marketing Association. We've gone on field trips to local motors, and we went to Amazon and saw their operation. And it's amazing, these companies, these major big companies, how much they operate without making a profit. I mean, Amazon, I don't think was profitable until a year ago. But they have huge operations. I think that's a little bit normal, especially starting up.
Sure.
So, and it depends on how fast you want to go. I want to go lightning speed fast. You know, I'm always looking for ideas and shortcuts and ways that we can grow faster. I mean, when you're 5'6", you got to try to grow as fast as possible. And I play basketball too, so growing is really important to me because I get stuffed a lot.
I think that's across the board with all of the business owners that I've interviewed, and I've been a business owner myself since I was 16. My dad was a business owner, my grandparents were, I mean, there's entrepreneurs everywhere in my family. And I think the biggest thing that entrepreneurs have that others don't is just an incredible tolerance for risk.
Yeah.
You know, so you take on debt because you have that $5 million dream. And people think that when you do that, oh, it's easy for you because you did it, right? It's not easy.
Oh.
That's a very difficult thing to do when you have 3 children.
Yeah.
And they're in the teen years and and girls to boot, right?
Yeah.
So this is not an easy thing to take on, that kind of debt when you have that big of a dream. But what
And
choice do you have,
it's not even
right?
being as fearless as being determined. I
Right.
mean, bound and determined. Did you see the movie by the McDonald's movie with Ray Kroc?
Oh my God, I totally just saw that.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Oh, it's fantastic, but it just shows, you know, it's my story.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just constantly overcoming obstacles and knowing and having the vision and the idea, and then finally the money comes through for him and the team and the people and the help that you need. And that's the other thing you need. You need help. I mean,
Yeah.
look for help wherever you can, but
He was a little ruthless, though, the McDonald's dude.
he was determined.
Yeah.
I mean, he did not want to let anybody stand in his way.
Yeah.
And you see that with Trump. Love him or hate him. I've been reading his book, and it's just fascinating, the stuff that his book doesn't tell you how the art of the deal, doesn't tell you how to make deals. It's more of a biography about how he made deals, and it's very real life.
Have you read the book Pour Your Heart Into It by Schultz, the
No.
founder of? You should pick that one up.
Okay.
It talks about his first, the raising the money for the first big push in the company. And again, tenacity and fearlessness and moving forward in spite of incredible obstacles.
Yeah, it is. It's fascinating to see the struggles and these people. You think that they were born with it and they were successful and wealthy from the start, and you don't know what the story about the FedEx owner that told the guys who are flying the planes. He said, "Hey, don't land. They're here to repossess the planes." And so he had them land at a different
I
airport.
didn't know that story.
And
That's
then
fantastic.
there was another one where he took the payroll money and he took it to Vegas and built it up so he could cover payroll.
And it's incredible.
And just the risks, and we've taken those risks, not gambling, but some of these loans that are just, you know, huge interest rates.
Yeah.
And make you pay back huge sums of money. And we just got out of those, I mean, literally last month.
Congratulations.
And things are improving, but they're still very difficult. And we hit our biggest month yet. Last month we had a $200,000 month.
That's fantastic.
Huge month, but we're still cash flow poor. We have a program that's really cool. It's called the Dream Program, and it's where somebody, if they're selling the house, we'll put carpet in, and they don't have to pay for it until the house is sold.
Right.
Now, what a lot of people don't understand, they think it's a way to sell carpet. It's not. It's a way to build relationships with real estate agents, because the real estate agent's the one that's going to refer us the most. So we figured, what can we do for them? Not ask them for a referral,
You're creating raving
but how
fans.
can we help them sell their houses faster? So we become a hero to them, and we're their flooring guys without being cheap.
That's awesome.
Now we're carrying about $60,000 in debt doing that, not debt, receivables
Right.
that people owe us. But we've been doing that for 2 years now, and we've just built that receivables up to that in the last 3 months. We've gotten paid no problem.
Oh, that's great.
So the risk is just next to nothing on this. But the margins are higher. We're building great relationships. I mean, the business is growing really fast. But
That's
then
one of the
keeping
things
up
I
with it
liked about.
financially is tough.
I think one of the things I liked about you when we met was that you do have out-of-the-box thinking. And I think
Yeah.
that's another thing that entrepreneurs have in common, that ones that are really successful is they think out of the box
Yeah.
while taking on massive risk, which is, a lot of times risk will paralyze people. So, congratulations on having your best month ever.
Thank you.
So what can you tell people about, you've admitted to not being fearless, that you do have fear, and you are up at night. How do you manage your fear?
5-hour energy. They're great. It's a joke, but it's serious too. I don't know why. That stuff gives me confidence. It's my drug. And I only drink one a day, but
A little caffeine.
but when I do have that fear,
It's jelly beans for me.
it's funny how that gives me the confidence. And fear is not the worst thing in the world. I hate it. As much as I hate it, it does drive you to do things that maybe you wouldn't do if everything was going okay. Like placing another ad, reaching out to old customers.
It pushes you.
Calling previous customers. It does push you to do what needs to be done when your back's against the wall. And my back's been against the wall so much in the last, since we started this. It's been a heck of a struggle, and I think sometimes we'll look back on this and think what a joke it is. It's been fun. It's been a blast. We're not out of the woods by any means, but we're getting there, and we are getting there fast. And again, one thing important to me is having fun. I mean, my employees, we joke around a lot in here. We have fun. And if you're not going to have fun, you're not going to be here. We want you to be successful. We want you to make money. But in order to fit in our culture, you got to have a good sense of humor, and you got to have fun. I want employees who want to be here, and they love it.
So it sounds to me like you use two things. One is you use fear as a motivator, rather than let it, plow you over. You're using it as a motivator. You're choosing how to respond to it, and that you're keeping a sense of humor at all times.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I don't like it, and it has gotten me down a couple of times. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate it when things are in my head and they control my thoughts, and honestly I work on that all the time. How can I get out of that mode, or is there a way? And I still haven't really figured out the way to get out of that sense of fear, especially at night when you're going to bed and you're not in a place where you can take action. In the morning, you can take action.
Right. When something pops in,
you can
it happens
work
for me
during the day.
if I'm in the shower, like if I take a shower late, and it happened to me last week, and I was in the shower and something came to me, crap, in the shower before bed, and going, ugh. And then you kind of you have to learn to shut your head off long enough to get some sleep, because if you don't shut your head off, then you're up all night, and then you're less effective in the morning. So it's just more practice, I guess, than anything else, right?
Yeah, and that's a challenge too, and we're getting to that place where none of that will be a challenge. I mean, we're getting to that place, and we will be there real shortly, where this is all kind of a joke, what we're going through, or the amount of debt that you have, or the amount of problems that you have. And there's always somebody that has more challenges, and whether it's medically or financially, there's always somebody that's struggling worse at a different level than you, more or less. So I'm always fascinated with people and what goes through their minds, and how people operate and how they think.
Well, me too. It's one of the main reasons for this project. I mean, I can't believe I get to ask people these questions. They actually answer them.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. Well, John, I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your candor and your honesty. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on May 5th at the Desk Hub for the Art of Fearlessly Doing Business opening.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, when you're going to be in downtown Scottsdale for that day. So you can go out
tequila,
and celebrate.
Right?
I don't think we'll have tequila at the opening. I
Okay.
think that there might be a liquor law issue with that, but we can always have you guys go out and partake afterwards in downtown Scottsdale.
I don't really drink. I just like being around people who are drinking.
So you can laugh at them, right? Me too.
I'm more interesting when other people are drinking.
Well, thank you so much. You have a good day.
Thanks, Michelle.